Hello, everyone.
We are back.
We are loose going into 4.
We are back.
What?
Loose going into 4.
What a race in Atlanta. I mean, I don't know how you follow up the ending to Daytona, pack drafting aside and fuel conservation. Did not happen here. This was pretty much balls to the wall from the green. What'd you think of their follow-up effort here in Atlanta?
Only problem with Atlanta is there's no green flag pit stops.
That is true. And also weird.
And that just takes away from all the things that make racing great. So Atlanta is great racing. I mean, they had a bajillion lead changes today.
They did.
Another close finish, which you're going to get on these plate races. But at some point, they've got to figure out how to get green flag strategies into these races.
Yeah,
they can run the first segment and they don't have to pit till the segment's over. So I don't know if do you make the fuel tank smaller? I mean, they've gotten rid of all the lug nuts, so now it's just one lug nut. I mean, the only other option is now you got to start doing fuel strategies.
See, I almost wonder if there wasn't so many wrecks in the third stage, if there would have been a green flag pit stop under normal conditions.
Well, I mean, they pretty much said, you know, the pit stall, the whole pit area is different in Atlanta because it's a much smaller, you know, it's a mile shorter than Daytona.
Right.
So you go into the pit stall at turn 3. So in Daytona, it's right there, you know, the front stretch.
Right.
Going off 4. They're going off 3 in Atlanta. They had to change it all around to make it so the cars could actually fit in there. But they pretty much said, like, it doesn't really matter. It's been like 6 races at Atlanta since they've had a green flag pit stop.
That's crazy. I don't understand how that's possible.
Yeah, it's nuts. And I mean, that's kind of the thing. And see, I kind of wish NASCAR would go back to the 5 lug nuts. I think that brings more strategy to it. But, you know, they're moving up and out. I definitely don't want to see like Formula 1 where they go in and the whole car's lifted and 4 different guys change tires and they're in and out in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
But I like it. I mean, the only thing that would make it better is if they had to go to a real gas pump and sit there and hold it down to pump it.
It's a marathon station.
No, Sunoco.
Oh, yeah, it would be Sunoco, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I believe the number at the end of this race was 9 cars that were not involved in a wreck in this race, which is bananas. And look, it took out Kyle Busch in stage 2. He wrecked on his own. Not off to the best start for the 8. Kyle Larson would wreck later. He went, if I remember correctly, he tried to go low and someone was in his way. And he ended up going roundy round.
Who, Bush?
Larson.
Oh, Larson, yeah.
But
I would say Kyle Busch went high and
But there was some rather surprising names showing up here in the top 10 to end this race. For one, I don't know how many people had Tyler Reddick being the 6th driver in the last 68 years to win back-to-back Daytona and Atlanta, or I should say just the first 2 races of the year.
The first 2 races.
The last was Kenseth in 2010 and then Jeff Gordon in 97. After that, it was David Pearson in the 70s. So,
wow. I mean, hell, you only had 24 cars even finish the race.
Yeah.
Out of 38.
And where did he finish? Reddick was missing a fender.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere at the end.
He was missing a right front fender and won the race. He pulled some Dale Earnhardt shit out there. The rest of your unofficial top 10 as of right now, Chase Briscoe.
You choose this show.
What's the other one?
I don't know.
Okay. Chase Briscoe. Yeah, that's true. Chase Briscoe finished 2nd in the 19. Ross Chastain, who Wild and loose would be one way to describe his driving style out there tonight. He finished third in the one. And listen, I'm not saying it's bad. It was entertaining to watch the one because he just gave zero shits out there.
Well, that's why they say you just got Chastained. So that's how he drives.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
if you get,
let's talk about it. How did Dale Earnhardt drive? He would move your ass out of his way.
Most of the old timers did.
Yeah, so I don't really have a problem with it.
I don't either. It's entertaining. Carson Hocevar, who was actually second on the last restart.
Oh shit! Apparently, we're on. Are we bumping in top 10s on our show too? I thought they were going later.
I don't know. I haven't got any text messages saying what the hell.
Can we? I guess we can go live twice. Is what it is.
But Hocevar, again, he was another one. He raced in they kept bringing up he raced in the truck series in the weekend. I don't really know what that matters, but he was up in the front most of the day, and he was actually, I would say, the favorite to win it in the last start because of the fresher tire situation. But again, they said they sat so long on that red flag that it kind of made it moot.
I know, we were sitting down to eat dinner and the red flag hit and we waited and waited. And my kids are begging to watch Next Level Chef. So I got overruled 3-1. We're watching Next Level Chef. So I missed the last year. I had to go back and watch it on Twitter.
So the overtime restart, it's who was the front row? Bubba Wallace and Christopher Bell. And I texted you guys this. They waved the green. Hocevar died. He tries to split the middle. Before they hit the first mini turn, he tries to split the middle. Bell goes to block Bell on the wall. Yellow flag. They hadn't even got to turn one yet.
Well, see, that's like last week in Daytona. At the start of the O'Reilly series race, somebody didn't get going and there was an accident before they even made it to the start finish.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about at the end of lap one. I'm talking about before lap one even started.
Yeah, we haven't even hit it in the fourth yet.
Yeah.
Daniel Suarez in the 7, who no one heard of all day. Good for him. He was one of the
He won this race 2 years ago, didn't he?
Yes. He was one of the 9 guys not involved in a wreck. So he just stayed clean and finished 5th. Shane Van Gisbergen finished 6th, which is kind of surprising. I don't think a lot of people had Shane doing that well on these speedways, but
no, that's great for him though.
6th in Atlanta, I think he'll take it. 7th, especially because he started 28th. That's pretty
James
good.
Smith finished 7th.
Bubba Wallace in 8th. Ryan Preece in the 60 in 9th. I think he was one of the 9. He was one of the 10. I think he was the 10th. I think he got caught up in the last one with Christopher Bell. And then Ryan Blaney in the 12 rounds out your top 10. Some other notables here. Chase Elliott finished 11th. Denny Hamlin had trouble all day long and somehow pulled out a 13th place finish. Brett Keselowski, same thing. He was fighting stuff all day. He kept going to the front, then fading back. He finished the 17th. Logano, I think he was involved in 2 wrecks. 18th. John Hunter Nemechek was towards the back the entire race, and I think just through attrition, finished 19th. Christopher Bell, like I said, led the restart on overtime, or was on the front row and was wrecked immediately. Finished 21st. Austin Cindric won stage 1. He finishes 26th and off the track.
Yep.
William Byron, 28th.
Yes, you got, because I mean, Bowman and Logano were both caught up in big wrecks. So, I mean, that's 18th and 23rd.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how many cars ended up on the lead lap? 12? 13?
Well, again, there was 9 cars not wrecked, so I'm going to guess it's somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's
Not a lot.
Crazy. But that's why we don't get any green flag stops.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Because they can't help themselves. William Byron finished 28th. Connor Zilic, the rookie, finished 30th. Kyle Larson in 32nd. Kyle Busch, 34th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finished 36th. And your last place finisher was Josh Berry in the 21. So
Kyle
next
Busch,
week,
since leaving Toyota, Kyle Busch he's got to have the worst luck in NASCAR. He has been snake bit. I don't think Hendrick has great equipment.
I mean, Childress.
Childress, not Hendrick. Childress doesn't have great equipment. See, I think if he were with Hendrick, you might see something there, but he's been ass. He did win the truck race.
He did on a last lap move, which is something he does. But I think Hendrick is, to their credit, they wanted to go younger, and good for them. They're sticking to it. They have a very young team, and they're very good already. And Childress, up. I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but I kind of knew when they signed Austin Dillon to drive the 3, and it was his nephew, that this is kind of where
grandson.
Whichever. And this is, I kind of knew this is where Childress was going to end up, because and again, no offense to Austin Dillon, but if that's the best guy you could find to drive the 3, and they brought the 3 out of retirement for Austin Dillon.
Yeah, dumb.
Then, again, nothing against, if he'd have been driving the 31, nobody would give a shit. So he would just be a driver out on the track. But when you unretire the 3, there's a certain set of expectations that goes with that number, and he just hasn't lived up to them. Not his fault. Not many people could. But I just knew when that decision was made that Childress was not what they once were. They're not in the days anymore. They could get a Chase Briscoe from Gibbs, or a Bubba Wallace, or a Chase Elliott. They're not there anymore.
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is.
But next week, they are headed to the Circuit of the Americas, a road course. And Dave, I will tell you, on NASCAR 25, this is one of my least favorite tracks to drive on. It's a pain in the ass. It's a very technical track. And I was
thinking about, I don't have that game. I was thinking about downloading it.
It's fantastic. But
or should I just wait till 26 comes out?
I don't know when 26 is coming out. NASCAR has not been the best of releasing games every season.
Let's Google it quick.
Usually they release one like every other year or every 2 years, and then they the one you have, they'll just keep releasing new paint packs for it, car paint packs. But with his 8th place finish today in Atlanta, I think Van Gisbergen's got to be looking good to win Circuit of the Americas. I don't know if there's going to be a racetrack or road course this year that he's not going to be the favorite on.
Should we so I'll buy 25. Then do I have to buy a wheel?
No, you can play with the controller.
Yeah, but if we're gonna do it live on the channel, sometimes we both need like a setup, right?
I'm getting a rig. Yes, it's going to be a while, but I am getting one.
All right, so I'll just buy it now and practice with the.
Yeah,
I'll suck hard. I'll probably turn around, and drive backwards just to make this fun. But all right, I'll buy it.
All right,
you sold me. Sold. I'll buy it.
Done. So Circuit of the Americas, we got a road course, and again, it's a brutal one.
You got to think. To heavy betting Watkins,
yeah.
Van Gisbergen's heavy. What, he went 5 of 6 last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is not a Watkins Glen or a Sonoma. This
Connor Zilish, he's the other one that's really good at it.
Yes,
right?
He's very good at road courses. Circuit of the Americas is a Formula One track. That's what they race here in the States. And again, same reason because of NASCAR 25. I am so happy they got rid of the Roval. That's my least favorite track. I hate it.
Well, I didn't hate it because I think the 1.5-mile track at Charlotte's boring. So I didn't hate the Roval. It was something different because there's just so many of those same cookie cutter tracks.
Well, here's what's interesting about Charlotte is, dimensionally speaking, it's almost identical to Atlanta. So I don't know why they're so different. Atlanta, Charlotte, Texas, Las Vegas are all the same track. I don't understand how they're so drastically different. I don't get it. Maybe Atlanta's banked deeper. I don't know.
So your Circuit of America winners: Chase Elliott in 21, Ross Chastain in 22, Tyler Reddick in 23, William Byron in 24, and Christopher Bell last year.
Really?
But last year's layout was 2.4 miles. The other layouts were always 3.4 miles. So they changed it. 2021 race was shortened due to rain. 22 and 23 were extended to overtime. Could you imagine if Tyler Reddick started the year with a three-peat?
Let's see if that's ever happened. Has any NASCAR driver won the first 3 races?
So the NASCAR Cup Series is set up. It's going to be 2.4 miles, 18 turns. It'll be 20 laps in stage 1, 45 laps in stage 2, and 30 laps for the final stage. That makes 0 sense.
So if Tyler Reddick,
20, 30, 45.
Tyler Reddick, who's run this race, you just listed him off as a winner, past winner of Circuit of the Americas. If he wins at Circuit of the Americas next week, he would join no one. He would be the first person to start the season with 3 straight wins. He would be the 54th person. Someone's won 3 in a row, but no one's ever won the first 3 races to start the season.
Okay.
He would be the first. And you got to think too, until 21, there was not a road course in the first 3 races. That's new.
Yeah, and I think NASCAR they moved towards more road courses, and then now they've kind of backed off them a little bit. But see, I think like the Watkins Glen, the Sonoma, those are good races.
Yes.
So,
but you don't have many tight turns.
If you have 36 races and you have 8 road courses, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you're proving to the world that these drivers are actually good. They're not as good.
And see, I would like to see less of the double dipping at tracks. More of the, put one in Rockingham, put one in Watkins Glen. You got Iowa, you got St. Louis, you got Chicago, you have Charlotte, you're obviously going to have 2 at Daytona, 2 at Talladega. That's your bread and butter. You're going to have 2 at Charlotte.
Right.
But Pocono? It might be Michigan too. Like Pocono and Michigan, they race them, and within a month they're at the same tracks again.
Yeah. So I went to the Michigan race for Father's Day 9 years in a row until like 2016 or 17. I will tell you from watching those Michigan races, there was no need for them to race there twice. Those are not entertaining races. You can run away and hide real easy in Michigan. I remember, I know this from watching NASCAR for so many years. It used to be the first 3 races was Daytona, California, when that was still a track, and then Atlanta was 3rd.
Let's see. We got Circuit of America, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Darlington, Martinsville, Bristol, Kansas, Talladega, Texas, Watkins Glen, Dover, Charlotte, Nashville, Michigan, Pocono, Naval Base Coronado, Sonoma, Chicagoland. Did I already say Chicago before that? No.
Yeah, you did.
Echo Park again. So now we're starting to double dip. Now Atlanta again. North Wilkesboro. They're back. Indy, Iowa, Richmond again. New Hampshire, Daytona again. Darlington again. Bristol again. Kansas again. They don't need 2 in Kansas.
No, Richmond and Bristol I'm fine with.
So they got 2 in Vegas, 2 in Charlotte, 2 in Kansas, 2 in Phoenix, 2 at Talladega, 2 in Martinsville, and then to me, Homestead, Miami is a snore fest.
Yes. And there's a reason why that one does not end the year anymore. That one used to be the season finale.
So the Worldwide Technology Raceway, that's the one in Illinois.
Is it? I thought it was St. Louis.
Well, it's right outside St. Louis in Madison, Illinois. So, but they have Iowa. So, they need to, there's enough tracks where you can do, you do your Daytona, Talladega, Charlotte, maybe as your only doubles. But let's get some different stuff in there, man.
Yeah, I would say Charlotte. You have to do
Kansas having 2 races.
That's stupid.
That's bananas.
There's no need for that.
So they're only on one, and so Michigan and Pocono only have one now.
That's again Michigan. For all of its hype, it's a giant track, beautiful countryside, by the way, and they drive fast as hell. But that track is so wide that, I mean, again, you can run away and hide. It is not weird for someone to win that race by 6 seconds.
Yeah, and it's.
Old Matthew here. He says the last time I was at a NASCAR race was 98. If I went now, how different would the atmosphere and experience be? It depends what you're looking for.
100% different.
I didn't go to one. No, that's my first race was Brickyard 97, but I was 12, so that's not. And it depends. Are you just going to sit in the stands, or are you going to get camp on the infield? Because those are two different things.
Camping and see, that's what I've done in Daytona. The last 2 races that I went to in Daytona, we camped in the infield.
Yeah, Michigan every year we camped on the infield,
and that's just a party.
Yeah,
so much fun.
That makes it. Yeah, that's a whole nother experience. In the crowd, and see, I've been to Richmond 3 times, but I worked security for Richmond all 3 times when I was there because I was stationed in Langley just down the road. I think Brickyard's the only no. That's Talladega. I was there in the stands the year Edwards flipped Keselowski into the catch fence right at the end of the race. And between that and Brickyard 97, I believe those are the only 2 races I've sat in the crowd for. So, and Talladega, I was probably the most hungover I've ever been in my life at that race because we weren't camping on the infield, but we were at one of the campgrounds surrounding the track, which is just as bad. So in the crowd, I don't really know what 98 compared to now was like because I've only sat in 2 races in the crowd. But I think I said this last week as a joke. We should do a Sweet Life at a NASCAR track, but do the infield because you can bring no food and now no alcohol and be drunk and fed the entire weekend. No problem.
See, the first one we went to was in 2010. And you talk about a party because Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the Nationwide Series race when he drove like the Wrangler car.
Yep.
For Richard Childress Racing, which was his dad's old car.
Yep.
So, I mean, it was insanity. But because we did that, because I moved shortly thereafter to Illinois. And then we went again the following year. But I mean, everybody's having a ball. Like, we had this conversation with Tim. He's like, I wouldn't do that. Dude, you're missing out.
Yeah, it's a blast.
It's fun.
You could go camp on
and that's just tent camping. That's not even like having an RV. I'd want to go get an RV.
I was saying I'm old now. I'd want a camper for sure. Tent camping.
But I mean, we always had one of those Honda generators, the quiet ones. So everybody had fans, so we just brought extension cords and everybody had fans. Like you bring a pool, a little blow up pool and fill it with water and everybody hang. Dude, it's just a party.
See, we didn't do that. Well, for one, I was the youngest guy there by 30 years when I went, but also we didn't because it was my dad and all of his buddies and stuff. But so we didn't do the pool. We had a giant outdoor kitchen. That's what we use and bar. That's what we did with ours. So we're out there. My dad would wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and just start making breakfast burritos, and I'd make fajitas for lunch. And I mean, that's all we did. But so Matthew Elvis Presley said he went to Martinsville 98. He believed Ricky Rudd won the race. So there was 2 races in Martinsville. I looked this up. Bobby Hamilton won the first one. How about that name for him? A blast from the past. Ricky Rudd didn't win the second one. So you were at I think it was a Goody's Headache Powder 500 to Martinsville. That was when Ricky Rudd won. And what's crazy is that Talladega race when Keselowski goes in the catch fence. I don't even remember who won.
Was it Carl? No, Carl Edwards.
No, I'm sorry. Edwards went in the fence. It might have been Keselowski who won that.
Yeah, Keselowski won that race.
Yeah, in the 09 Mikosuki.
The one where
Casino car.
Edwards like repaid him was, I think, was a Nationwide Series.
It was that year.
Yeah.
It was later in the season. He dumped him on his roof.
And because Keselowski's dad was ready to fight Edwards.
And he was right.
And they interviewed him afterwards. He's like, it's racing, but you're not going to kill my boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember that.
I mean, it's a fair sentiment because it was dirty as shit. But it was almost the same exact. I think it was at Talladega.
It might have been. I mean, I'm kind of. Let's see. What did we say? Let's see. We got Talladega, April 26th. Huh. I might want to go to that race.
I got to see if I'm working that weekend. I was gonna
NASCAR Talladega again.
That'd be the fall. That should
October
be
October 25th.
Yeah, it'd be one of the playoff races.
That gets hard football season, man.
Yep, I'm with you.
NASCAR needs to get it in and be done by September.
Yeah, 36 races is kind of crazy. I've always thought that. Like, I mean, but here's the thing: it's a southern sport, so like the fall and winter doesn't affect them hardly at all because they're going to Phoenix.
Well, they never had snow days.
There's a reason why Phoenix is ending the year now, not Miami Homestead, because Phoenix is much more of an entertaining race than Miami.
Actually, Miami's the last race this year.
Is it?
Yes, they went back.
I don't know if I would have done that. I think I would have stuck with Phoenix.
Miami's one of those boring races, man.
It is. It's New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's not even on here, is it?
I don't remember you saying it.
Let's go back through. Circuit of Americas, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Darlington, Martinsville, Bristol, Kansas, Talladega, Texas, Watkins Glen, Dover, Charlotte, Nashville, Michigan, Pocono, Naval Base Coronado, Sonoma, Chicagoland, Echo Park, North Wilkesboro. See, like they need to bring back Rockingham. Iowa Speedway, which is awesome. Richmond. Oh, New Hampshire. Sunday, August 23rd.
Okay. That's not a great race either.
I know New Hampshire was actually the last track where I think it was Jeff Burton led every lap.
That I believe you're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's also the track where Adam Petty died.
Yep. Let's look here.
Got his throttle stuck going into the turn.
Yeah, in 2000, at the Duralube 300 at New Hampshire, he went wire to wire.
That track is garbage.
1.06 miles, 300 laps, average speed 102. Most laps led Jeff Burton with Roush Racing led 300 laps. Pole sitter Bobby Labonte lost the lead on the first lap when entering turn 1 to Jeff Burton.
Could you imagine?
On lap 96, Scott Pruitt crashed into turn 4. Caution flag was thrown for 3 laps until 99. Green flag flew at 101 until a debris caution was flown. On lap 216, Jeremy Mayfield, Mike Bliss, Ward Burton, Wally Dallenbach Jr., Dave Blaney, Rick Mast, and Kevin LePage crashed in turn 2.
What a name!
Green flag flown again at 220. Race was under green till 247, which Bill Elliott crashed in the front stretch. Another caution. Let's see. The race ended under caution with Jeff Burton claimed his 14th career victory and 3rd of the season after leading all 300 laps. His feat of leading every lap was the 3rd to occur in Cup history after Kel Yarborough accomplished it at Bristol in 73 and in Nashville in 78.
Dude, going wire to wire at Bristol is bananas. Like New Hampshire, I can see because the track is so wide, you can land a plane on it. But Bristol is crazy.
And let's see. And this says, the closest since was Martin Truex Jr. at the 2016 Coca-Cola 600, in which he led 392 out of 400 laps.
Ouch.
That's why Charlotte is a snooze fest.
Again, but I don't understand how Charlotte.
Coach Rosie's gone to the finals the last 3 years in Phoenix. Well, you should, and it said, and the finals aren't in Phoenix this year, Rosie. That's crazy. So now Phoenix's last race will be in the second part of in October of the chase. So 1, 2, 3. It's the fourth to last race. So it'd be Phoenix, and see, that's dumb. They go from Las Vegas to the next week they're in Charlotte, to the next week they're in Phoenix, to the next week they're in Talladega. What are you doing?
Yeah, they didn't book that real well.
Why would you not do Las Vegas, Phoenix, Charlotte, Talladega?
You could do Las Vegas, Phoenix, Talladega, Charlotte.
Or that.
You're just doing a line then.
Yeah.
Unless they wanted to hit Charlotte to go back to the shop. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing there. That doesn't make sense. But closing thoughts here in Atlanta, 2026.
Good race. Good race. 23-11 with their second victory of the year. Michael Jordan celebrating. They interviewed him at the Red Flag. He was super stoked about what was going on. I think Bubba Wallace was winning at that point.
He was.
But there's might be a new player in NASCAR game, man. It's been dominated by
Hendrick
and Gibb and Penske.
Oh yeah, it's very clear 2311's not going anywhere.
No, and 2311's got more money than any of them. So just remember that.
That is correct. Yeah. And that's the thing, like Denny Hamlin's number is a part of the team name, but capital wise, it ain't even close to the 23 half of it.
Oh yeah, Michael Jordan is by far the principal owner of that group and is bankrolling all of it. So
yeah, I think I'd say.
I was listening to NASCAR radio today, and in the off season, the 2311 pit crew got new shoes. So Nike and Jumpman created brand new shoes specifically for their pit guys that go over the wall. More form-fitting and comfortable shoes for them.
I like that.
Every detail counts in NASCAR.
That is correct.
Their job, anybody that works in NASCAR, their job is to find a way around the rules. Something as silly as shoes. You just never know.
Well, we're old enough to remember back in the day when a guy would come from what used to be known as the Busch Series up to whatever the Top Cup. They've gone through so many iterations now.
Winston in our day.
Yeah. Whenever the driver came up, the pit crew came with him.
Yeah.
Like usually the crew chief did not. The crew chief was already hired by the team, but the pit crew almost always came with the driver.
Well, now, like being part of the pit crew, I mean, they're taking college athletes, Division I football players and things of that, and they're molding them into what they want.
There was one team from Daytona. I can remember who it was because they were introducing him like it was Monday Night Football, which was tremendous. One of them was a college football player, and then one played college baseball for Kansas. That's bananas. And now they're tire changers.
The days of Chocolate Myers hopping over the wall.
Chocolate Myers.
That's a real guy.
I know. That's why I haven't heard that name in years.
He was Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s tire man.
Yep.
Or Dale Earnhardt Sr., excuse me. Chocolate Myers.
Is it safe to say both of us are saying our favorite for Circuit of the Americas is probably SVG?
Yes, he's going to win.
Yeah, I think so.
Barring something stupid. I mean, because he dominated last year.
He did.
This is a good chance for Connor Phillips to get back in it.
The one he didn't win was this one.
So your points leaders, I'll go through the points quick.
Okay.
Tyler Reddick at 125 points. In first, his teammate Bubba Wallace in second. With
That's 85. Crazy. Good for them.
40 points ahead. Chase
that's a
Elliott
lot.
third, Carson Hocevar, Zane Smith, Joey Logano. Other notable names, you got Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski 8-9, Chastain at 11, William Byron at 13 +6.
He'll move up.
Chase Briscoe +1. So 16th, Shane Van Gisbergen and Ty Dillon tied, so they're right at the cutoff. Then you go down, Kyle Larson in 21st, 2 points back. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 22nd, 4 points back. Kyle Busch, 24th, 8 points back. Denny Hamlin, 27th, 12 points back. Eric Jones, 29th, 15 back. Alex Bowman, 32nd position right now, 26 points back. Ty Gibbs, 33rd. Connor Zilic, the rookie, last place, 36, 30 points back.
Yeah, he's not had two good weeks.
No. But there you have it. I mean, we'll update it again next week. Racing's been fun so far. It's going to change here soon, though. Those cookie cutters are coming.
Mm-hmm. But we got a road course in between. So that should be entertaining. But in the meantime, we're going to jump off here. Go watch TNA Top 10. We didn't know that we were on.
That was our bad.
Sorry, everyone.
Thanks for watching us. We'll see you next week.
Later.